Hey, what's up? It's Nicholas, and today I thought we'd do something a little bit more chill. I'm dressed appropriately, I'm wearing sweats, I'm wearing my comfy house coat that I bought myself for Christmas, glasses, no jewelry, and a mug of very, very cold iced water. I was looking through my videos from the past 2 years of this channel, and I got reminded of the video style that I used to do, which was just talking to the camera about life and the way that I was feeling and thinking at the time. I noticed that what I've been up to recently in trying to be more consistent is I've been working on high effort, high quality, dense production, and I thought, how about we chill out for a bit, let it simmer down, and do something a little bit more low-key. So, here we are. Anyway, here's what I want to talk about. I have a friendship problem. And for anybody that's been watching the channel for at least the past 8 months, you're probably going to think, wait, Nicholas, didn't you just make that video about extroversion and making more friends in 1 year? You'd be right to think that. And what's funny is that a lot of what I said in that video still holds up. I really enjoy going out, meeting new people, going to new places, going to events, and making the most of the opportunity and try to make as many friends as I can wherever I am. I love doing that. I really, really love vibing with new people, for lack of a better word. But what I suck at is keeping up with them. I suck at the follow-up. As in, I literally don't know how to do it. I recognize the real issue, which is that I get really anxious about it. I get really anxious about friendships in general. Even though to most people that see me now, you think, oh, he's really sociable, he's really fun, maybe way too fun, maybe a little bit too hyper for me, honestly. Maybe a little bit more confident to the point of arrogance and egotism. Like, that is probably what most of you who have seen me in public have seen. And all that, those parts of me, completely legit. Just absolutely, that is me. I am unhinged. But there's still this part of me that can't help but be anxious. If not in that moment, usually I'm not anxious in the moment, it's usually after. So, you know, after everybody gets to meet each other, say hi, hello, have all these conversations, have a lot of fun. There comes a point where everybody says goodbye and you part separate ways and you drive home. And in that drive home, I'm all alone. All I can think of is, okay, I had a lot of fun. I liked all the people that I said I liked and that I connected with and exchanged numbers and socials with, but how much of them actually didn't like me? How much of them were actually just putting up with me and being nice? And how much of them liked me, but not enough to actually want to see me again? And I know, it sounds super unhealthy and sounds super sad, but yeah, that's what happens in my head all the time. It's not fun. All that to say, that factor really impacts my ability and my willingness and my courage to dare follow up with the people that I meet. I've had a lot of things happen where I thought things were great, I thought I had real friends, and then turns out, nope. So I can't help but think, you know, is this another one of those? I really wish I wasn't like this, but I can't help but overthink. Because like I said, when I say I like someone, it's because I do. And if I act like I like you, it's because I do. I find it wasteful, and I also hate it because I've had it done to me. When people act like they like you more than they actually do. I am quite the transparent person when it comes to how I feel, to a fault sometimes. But I know that that's not how most people are, because I grew up socially maladjusted. Like, I had a lot of difficulties being social and understanding social norms and just, you know, being normal. I had to learn that. I had to teach that to myself. I had to spend a lot of time reading and watching videos on the internet and reading books to help myself understand how to translate what's happening within me in a way that people would interpret and receive well. And it took time. It took a lot of trial and error. It took a lot of rejections. It took me being an absolute prick, and it took me realizing that, accepting that, and choosing to change. A lot of work has gone into me becoming the person that I am now as authentically as possible. And it doesn't help that at times when I think I've got it figured out, something happens to remind me or to make me think that, nope, things haven't changed, especially when the first time that I ended up considering I had true friends when I was in my early teens, a lot of things happened that completely shattered my perspective on friendships that to this day, even though my life has changed completely, I'm a completely different person, it still makes me overthink. And as much as I would like to not have that bother me, trauma's gonna trauma me. So I end up preemptively proceeding with caution, and it sucks. But there is a part of me that wants to show people that they're cared for and that they're liked and that I want them to be around. I guess in part because for the longest time, I didn't get that. I think not enough of us do that. And I'm getting to a point where I'm not trying as much, I'm not showing as much care, I'm not investing as much, and I don't like that about me, but I also hate being the one that's always giving more, being the friend that feels alone in trying to make something work. It gets exhausting when the other person isn't trying as hard. It sucks because I'm becoming the other person who isn't trying as hard in a friendship, even though I want to keep the friendships that I've made. I'm obviously self-aware of my own flaws, like everything I've mentioned before, or even little things, like how my anxiety affects me to the point where I don't even send a follow-up text, or that when somebody texts me, I reply absurdly late because I overthink what I need to say and what I should be saying and how they'll interpret that. That's even why you see my Instagram stories and I'm always out, I'm always doing something, I'm always with people. If not that, I'm outside doing things alone and you don't hear from me, you don't hear an invite. I haven't been the one to reach out and plan basically at all for at least over half a year now. When I'm out with people, it's because they asked me out. And it's just because I'd much rather know who wants me around than find out for myself by asking. Which, you know, more often than not, I find out that they did, that they wished they were invited, or that they wanted me to reach out. So when people respond to my stories and be like, hey, where the hell was my invite? Hey, thanks for the invite, asshole. It's like, I didn't make this. They asked me to show up, and that's the only reason it ever came out at all. The irony of this isn't lost on me. I know that by not inviting, by not chatting up, by replying late or not replying at all for days and weeks at a time, I'm also losing people that have grown to care about me too. I've been trying to get better at it recently, and by recently, I mean yesterday. I've been trying to get better with interacting with people when it comes to them texting me or DMing me on Instagram or replying to my stories or sharing like little memes and reels that they find funny. I've been trying to reply to people as quickly as I can and at least fix that one annoying habit of mine. This is actually the reason why instead of messaging people individually or calling them up, I just put plans on my Instagram story or my Instagram notes, and I put up a poll or I tell people to leave a like on the story or DM me. Those responses actually go somewhere because those responses are one of the surefire ways that I can identify who actually wants to show up. It's open to anybody, to people that I didn't even think wanted to hang out with me, to people that I didn't even think liked me to begin with, or people that I've never even met but want to get to know me, that want to see what it's like to be around me. I put it up on my stories to give people an opportunity for that, an opportunity for us to get to know each other, for us to develop a friendship and a relationship together. But at the same time, I recognize that I should reach out to the people that I already have that with, to the people that come to mind when I think, oh, I want to go bowling. Oh yeah, I've got so-and-so and so-and-so that I want to go with. I think that I should build up the courage and take the risk and develop that muscle, overcome the anxiety that I have of the rejection that might follow. Because I think what I'm beginning to realize now is that making people feel wanted the way that I want to feel wanted by them too, I could be the one to start that. As of a couple days ago, I've also been trying to set up plans with people and trying to make some time to actually tell them, hey, I've been thinking of you, how about we do a little thing and catch up? I know it's been a long time. Slowly but surely doing it one by one, which I think is the right way to do it. Reaching out to people that I think I've made decent friendships with. I hope those work out. I genuinely actually feel excited to try to plan more things with the people that I already know. And that's the thing, actually, my weak spot is knowing that people actually want me to be around, because I never know. And the only way that I've been able to confirm is when people are explicitly verbal about it, being like, hey, you better show the hell up, you're invited, I want you to be here. And that is such a big game changer for me, honestly. A lot of the people that have stuck around being my friends and my close friends and my consistent friends were the ones that never really gave up on me, the ones that kept reaching out, the ones that kept telling me, no, I want you here. For you people, and you know who you are, I am infinitely grateful beyond what I can say in this video and beyond what I could probably tell you in person. The best that I can do is show up for you when you want me to. Be there for when you need me to. as best as I can. If we had good times together, we got along, and I told you that I appreciated this one thing about you, or I admire you a certain way, it's because I do, and I still like you. I've always been comfortable about letting people know how I feel, and I guess now's the time that I'm gonna put that up on the internet too. This is my open letter to tell you that your friendship matters to me. It matters to me to hear from you explicitly too. The truth is, I've been blessed with so many cool people. Just this past month alone, just the past couple weeks, I've met some really cool people, and I've had such a wonderful time getting to know them and meeting them. They're all sick. You're all sick. You know who you are. Saying sick like that seemed wrong. You're all cool. And I hope, at the very least, right, that I get to hang out with them, with you. Again, more than just that one time. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm certain I've made people feel as anxious as I often do, and as unwanted or unliked as I've been made to feel at times. Maybe people are just waiting on me too. If they're not, and if I'm wrong, and if they don't like me, and if they reject me, then at least it's worth finding out for sure. And that if they say yes, if they appreciate me reaching out, me trying to strike up a conversation, then that's worth it too, because I wouldn't have known otherwise. They wouldn't have known that I ever thought of them again either. So as much as I've been waiting on the other end to reach out to me, I recognize that I've been lacking on my end. These things, they always go both ways, or at least ideally, they should always go both ways. And as much as I've had people lack on me, despite me trying my best, I'm aware that I haven't been trying my best either, and I've been the party that's been lacking too. I realize the least that I can do is put in the effort, at least in the beginning, and see if they reciprocate, if they take to that well, and figure it out from there. Instead of being preemptive about it, and being way too cautious and way too guarded to the point where nothing happens, because I do nothing. This video is meant to say thank you to all the people that have stuck around, to all my friends that have kept inviting me and kept wanting to be around me, to the people that invited me to events and parties and photo walks that they were invited to, and to the friends that have shown me new things, cool new places and activities and cool new food and places to eat. I appreciate all of that, and I appreciate all of you. It means a lot more than I let on, and it means a lot more than you probably think. And telling you that yes, I actually do want you in my life. Out of everything in life, this has always been something that I've wanted. I've wanted friendships. I've wanted people to share my life with. And sharing your life with people doesn't begin and end with just romantic relationships, it's also friendships. A lot of it is about friendship, and it's crazy how corny that just sounded, but it's true. I hope someday I get to figure it out, and I hope tomorrow I'll be better than I am today. I don't think I've ever felt like I have my head up high as much as I do now. It's weird, honestly. It's really weird, because I haven't been doing that phenomenal of a job, but I can't help but be hopeful that I can actually do better this time, and that I've actually met people that are worth the effort, and that will return the favor to me too. And I hope that this time, I'm not wrong. I hope my friendships finally feel right, and go both ways. I guess we'll see. And I hope, lastly, that you'll stick with me as I continue to work on it. Anyway, I'll see you next week. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to comment, DM me on Instagram if you want. And yeah, as usual, like and subscribe. Cheers.